Cheese. How family. It's always in hindsight. It's always in hindsight whenever you figure out what the fuck something happened for. It's always 20 years later. 20 years ago, this man, I was a hooker, and he found me on the street, and he took me to a room to meditate with me. 20 years later, I found out this is one of the most advanced spiritual teachers on the planet by the name of Drunvalo Melchizedek. Wrote a book about the Kundalini called The Serpent of Light. This man found me standing on a corner 20 years ago in Fort Walton Beach and took me to a room to meditate. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. And everything always makes sense in hindsight. But the crazy thing is, family, is you can either choose to serve the divine and look foolish to some people, or you could choose to save face and not be of service to the divine. And for some reason, I still struggle with that question when it shouldn't even be an issue. Who gives a fuck what a bunch of muggles think, family? God, the goddess, the divine has showed itself to me time and time again. But it's always in hindsight. It's always, I look back and I'm like, wow. If that shit wouldn't have happened 20 years ago, this moment wouldn't have been happening. If that dude if I wouldn't have gotten to that situation with that dude, he wouldn't be going through what he's going through now. And that's karmic punishment that he was owed. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of relationships that I've been in, family, where I brought down the gavel. By no means of me trying to do that. By just allowing somebody to treat me some type of 1, 2, 2 on the timer. By God bringing me into somebody's life and me saying who I am, me shining my light, trying to be a being of love, trying to be a true friend. And he gives them just enough rope to hang themselves, gives them just enough time to fuck me over, and about that time their whole fucking life falls apart. Ain't that something? Ain't that fucking something? But it's always 5 or 6 years later that I find out, or 6 months later that I find out. Or all these people that were giving me a problem all these months ago. Next thing you know, there's just tragedy happening everywhere. But I don't even do nothing but be me. I'm not perfect. But I don't deserve to be judged. I'm not a bad person because I relapse on drugs when I go back to my default, something I did every day for 20 years. Whenever something like that happens, I need love and support and compassion. I don't need a bunch of motherfuckers pointing their finger who are destroying their own lives with all kinds of substances themselves every day. But that's what I get. And the next thing you know, guess what the fuck happens? People get a rude awakening when they get bounced off the fucking concrete. Everybody don't get up and run like me. A lot of people hit that shit and they skid. And they don't never come back from it. You don't fuck with somebody like me. And whoever you are, you don't fuck with somebody like you. When you go into somebody's life and you say, this is what I am. I'm a higher dimensional being who has came back here in service to the collective. And I might have had to walk a really shitty road to get all the scars on top of scars. But one day that shit, you're going to be a star with scars. Period. And that's why you're going to shine so bright, because of the shit that you went through. Because of the people who did you wrong. And they're going to be the first ones to fuck around and find out. Anyway, family, just keep on walking forward, knowing whatever you're going through, whatever, you'll always figure it out in hindsight exactly why it happened, because there's always a reason.